G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we made it out to the Maheo system. In fact, we're landed here on one of the moons of, I think this is Maheo 5. And we're out here because I'm a little bit confused as to how we're going to be able to do this survey mission for Constellation, where we have to locate a diseased biosphere. So I assume we just need to run around and just continue scanning with the hopes of finding it, but the game's not really very good at actually telling you where you might need to go to find it. Yes, we need to explore every single planet. We have been to various planets already, and you know, we haven't really found a diseased biome by scanning any of the planets from orbit. So that is essentially the reason why I've decided to just land this time and see if we can sort of roam around. We have landed in a seemingly random location. There are a few interesting structures nearby, unknown locations. So perhaps maybe we can spend a bit of time heading to maybe one or two of these unknown locations and seeing what we can find. And then, you know, if we don't really have any success here, we can move on to another planet on Maheo and we'll see how we go with that. Now, there's a few other things we could get up to here. There's the ground pounder mission that we picked up sort of early on in the previous episode. We need to go to Altair. But then there's also this one, failure to communicate. Now, this Alban Lopez, he is actually in the Maheo system on Maheo 2. So I reckon maybe if we don't really find anything here, we can make our way to Maheo 2, because that should be close by.
I can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited.
Cool. And yeah, we'll see if we can maybe you know, complete that mission instead, since we're here, you know. And maybe we might stumble across this diseased biome. Just before we continue further, guys, I also should take a look at our character sheet here, because I think we might actually have some skill points. Yeah, we've got a couple of skill points which I haven't spent, so we should actually take a look. So let's see here. I'm just thinking about what would be good to unlock. So I feel like being able to target ship modules will be really good, and this might, you know, unlock the ability to do new interactions rather than just completely destroying a ship. And I'm not exactly sure how the ship module targeting system works, but I'm sure we can learn how to do that. So let's actually unlock rank 1 here. And then I'm also going to go into... hang on. Okay. Boost pack training. You can now utilize boost packs. Okay, in the previous episode we tried to use our boost pack but couldn't. Maybe the reason for that is we actually need to unlock that skill first. That is really odd. Let me unlock this and we'll experiment a little bit. It's odd because I feel like, you know, a boost pack really should be... oh my god, we've got enemies here. It should be part of your equipment, right? Like, it shouldn't matter whether or not we've got, you know, a skill for it. It seems really weird that you would need skills to use the boost pack. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's explore this area here. Again, more ecliptic mercenaries. So a lot of these places are called abandoned, you know, mines or abandoned whatevers. And they're not really abandoned, are they? There's always mercenaries around.
Keep doing it.
Couldn't get away. Let's grab our loot. Very good. Okay. Can't shoot through that. Fully reinforced glass.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo. Something's out there. Watch out!
This could be a good place for us to use our coachman, actually, since it is close quarters. This guy is pretty spongy.
Ha! You're a damn jerk.
Okay, it's actually a level 12 mercenary, so that could explain why.
I need cover now.
Brutal. Alright, okay, this one guy is maybe on the outside or something. Let's see if we can get back out there. Sure, there's probably plenty of loot to be had in here, but I figure maybe it's better to clear the area first before we start looking for stuff. There he is. There he is. Ow. That would be painful. Alright, I wonder if they only explode when they're about to die. And I wonder if that could happen to us as well. What is this thing? Xeno grub. Disgusting. Alright, let's make our way back into this structure and let's actually see if we can get all that loot. Okay, so what do we have here? Coffee bag. Mag pressure tank. Okay. Wow, plenty of creds. You know, third person is probably not the best for looting though, I would have to say. So, Maybe we'll keep using first person for a while here. Synth meat ham. Actually, you know what? We probably have a lot of food, so I'm just gonna go through all of our foods right now and see if we can just eat a whole bunch. Recover a little bit more of our HP. All the chunks stuff. Yummy, yummy. We've got the beer, which I'll keep, actually. Let's go with orange juice. Eggs, oats, onions, superfood paste. Okay. Salmon fillets. Got all of that space toast. We still have a little bit more food there. But you know what? Considering how much the food restores our health, it's probably not worth picking up a lot of this food. I initially thought, hey, why not? You know, because you can heal off of it. But yeah, I don't think it's worthwhile because there's so much of it. And also... it just seems like I'd have to sort of eat so much just to recover a little bit.
Useful.
I think it's probably worth just skipping over a lot of the foods. If we do get into like the gastronomy skill, maybe we want to pick up like fresh foods or something like that, and that way we can cook with it. That's just my thought process anyway, but it really depends on what sort of buffs and stuff like that we can get. Fields of Everglass. Wow, okay, this one's a long one. I'll let you guys read this in your own time, so feel free to pause. The Orchid Merchant. I love you, said the Orchid Merchant, and I love you, my dearest, said Vincenza in return. But our passion, how long can it last? For our families will never approve of our union. Perhaps not, my dearest Vincenza, perhaps not, he said, pushing an orchid into her lovely black hair, but we don't need them anyway. Orchid Merchant, written by Carlita Carr and published in 2325, has become one of the fastest selling romance novels in the Settled Systems history. Okay. More board games. Utility jacket wear. Yeah, so there's heaps of food here. Again, I think, as I said before, I'm probably just going to skip the food from now on. It's fun to see what kind of foods are available, but a squall. A powerful combat enhancer, dangerously addictive and rumored to have been developed by the Crimson Fleet. Plus 20% damage for 2 minutes, plus 20% movement speed as well. Okay, interesting. So it says it's highly addictive, so I'm not entirely sure if it's safe to have. And if I do have it, like, will that actually, you know, give me any, like, detrimental status effects? And if it's addictive, will that mean that I need to have more and more at some point? Got a locked door here, an expert one. And you know what? I think this is our only chance to try and open it. It's not like we're going to be able to come back here. Yeah, since... I think the way this game works is if you decide to randomly land in a location on a planet, things are just randomly generated. So you only have one chance to do everything here. So I guess it pays to maybe upgrade our security skill a little bit more to be able to open some of those safes and locked containers or doors. Engineering outfit. Nah. Blue elbow greaseware. I think we've seen that before. Bingo. Credits. I like credits. Brown leather jumpsuit. Sure. We'll take it for now. Kefir. I think that's it, but if we just backtrack a little bit, I think there was another floor, if I'm not mistaken. Or digipix, I like that. Yeah, just up here. Plenty of things. Whether or not these things are useful is questionable. Medical injector. Sure. Synth meat steak. Liquor jug. Small moonshine jug. People are making moonshine in this day and age? Alright. I think that might be it, guys. Let's go back outside. I'm not entirely sure if there might be things on the outside of this place that we might need to check out. So we've been on the top of the structure. We came in from the bottom. I really don't think that there is much on the outside, to be fair. So I think from here we could probably move on and... well, I was thinking of trying to get myself to Maheo 2 to check out what's going on with that mission that we just picked up, that transmission. But let's just take a look here. So there was this site, and I think there was another place over that way. So maybe we'll just check out that place first, and then if we don't really have any luck with either, you know, scanning more resources or finding the diseased biome, then we can move on and go to Maheo 2. We probably need to go to the ship to also, you know, start thinking about, you know, I guess putting stuff away, because we're probably running out of space in our inventory.
Got anything on your scanner?
Inclement weather outfit, drilling rig. Actually, let's take the outfit. I mean, arguably, the drilling rig might be useful, potentially. But, I'm sure we'll come across some more. Scan that as well. We need to find fluoride, and I think that might be tetrafluoride or something like that. Let's check out this boost pack here. Very nice. Yeah, so I guess in environments like this, where the gravity is very weak, we can get around a little bit more easily with the boost pack as well. Makes exploring a little bit more enjoyable. Also, when you're jumping and using the boost, you actually save on a little bit of stamina as well, which is quite nice actually, because actually I call it stamina. It's not stamina, it's O2. So when you're jumping and using the boost, your O2 can actually recover, and you can still continue heading in the direction that you want to go in, so very handy. Got more copper. Trying to look for this fluorine. Might leave that alone. How much weight do we have to work with here? 120, okay. Not much. I could probably just have a chat with Sarah. Okay, she's all the way back there. Now, what do we have going on here? Let's try to do a little peek here. Science outpost. Okay. I wonder if these guys are friendly, though. Okay, they haven't shot at us, so that's a good start. Paisley Hopkins. And there's this strange creature. Grumble. Okay.
Howdy. Looking to buy?
Does your pet have a name?
Sure does. His full name is Groneveld Hubble von Houten III, but I call him Grumble for short. He's a grumpy old lizard, so the name fits, but he's also family.
Nice. What brings you two all the way out here?
Besides selling you stuff, I'm just taking him on a little walk so he can stretch out his little feet. He don't do so well on the ship. He may have 6 eyes, but he's blonder than a bat in a rock concert. Less is more, I guess. Anyway, as soon as he gets on board, he just starts running into things, bumping crates, banging knees, pushing buttons. He uses his tongue to navigate more than anything, so if he licks your boot, he don't mean nothing by it. That's just his way of getting from A to B.
Is your pet fully domesticated?
Domesticated and docile, but that don't mean I can bring him just anywhere. There's laws against this sort of thing. Half of them don't make no sense, but they're still laws, and you'd be a fool not to follow them.
Okay. Where did you get your pet?
He was Ma's pet. She found him back when he was still yolking the egg. Saved him from poachers, pardon the pun. But Ma didn't stop there. She hatched him, fed him, and raised him from a wee little babe to the big, grumpy boy he is now. When she passed, she left me 2 things. Her ship and her pet. So long as I have him by my side, I feel like she's right there with me.
Very nice and wholesome. I don't exactly need to do any trading right now, I don't think. Or do I?
Here you go.
I could potentially sell stuff that I don't want. So, The vendor has 2,600 credits. So he should be able to actually get rid of a few things, potentially. Like Chameleon Deep Recon Spacesuit. Definitely not as good as ours. So... And then these Ecliptic spacesuits as well. They're actually worth quite a bit of money. Yeah, okay. And now the vendor doesn't really have a lot more creds. Just trying to think of whether or not there's anything we can sell. Instigating Side Star. This is actually a better side star than what we've got currently. So we just recently picked up this modified one, although... No, I take that back. Our modified one does better base damage. I think I'll go with that. We also picked up a Solstice. We haven't exactly used it, so perhaps maybe we should give that a try sometime soon. But yeah, she's not gonna have enough money to buy anything else from us, so let's move on. Okay, so this science outpost sort of reminds me of the first one that we saw in the previous place that we landed on. Alright, so with that in mind, I think maybe we'll make our way back to the ship and then we'll get moving to Maheo 2, so let's do that. If we can find where our ship is. Maybe there's just too much stuff going on here. Maybe it's better if we just do it from the map.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
I do need to check on the cargo panel, so we'll dump a few things in there. So transfer, and let's actually get all of our stuff in there. So that goes in. The coachman is kind of interesting for close quarters, so I might just keep it for a little longer. That we don't need. Don't need the Maelstrom, and we'll keep the Solstice with us, because we might actually give that a go. In fact, we'll actually favorite that right now. There we go, so... yeah, we'll put it in slot 6. Okay, cool. So 16 rounds in the mag, 158. I'm guessing these are laser cartridges that we need for this one. So let's use that whenever we, face off against the enemy again. Okay, so from here, we do want to make it to Maheo 2, I believe, is where this transmission is coming from. So we need to speak to an Albin Lopez. So let's actually set a course there. And I guess by doing that, we'll actually be able to scan the planet from orbit, and hopefully we might discover this diseased biome. Again, I could be wrong. Alright, so that only completed 66% of the survey. So I'm sure there's plenty more to scan on the surface. we need to go to this location here, Lopez's farm. So why don't we go ahead and land, and we'll see what's going on. Set a course for Maheo 2. Hang on. Don't exactly need to do that. We are already on Maheo 2, so that was a little bit weird. Alright, let's exit the ship. And the guy we need to speak to is just already over here.
I'm not afraid to use this to defend my home and my family. But you sure as hell don't look like any spacer I've seen before.
Your broadcast made it sound like you're in trouble.
So let me get this straight. You heard a distress call and you flew all the way down here. What are you, some sort of priest or good Samaritan? I didn't know people like you were real, but I got a heap load of problems. And I'm willing to pay my share for the help.
Okay. I want to know more before I commit either way.
Sensible. Used to be 4 families that List helped set up stakes in this system. We rarely saw eye to eye in the best of times, and believe me true, these ain't the best of times. Spacers started raiding and it's been getting worse. Only a matter of time before they end us all. Unless you're willing to help some hard-working, pig-headed settlers out.
Can you tell me about List?
The League of Independent Settlers. Good-meaning fools happy to set colonists up in independent space. The promise is freedom. True freedom. If you can fend off all the spacers and pirates the settled systems can throw at you.
Okay. Who are the 4 families?
The Wens and the Bandas are farmers like me. Jacqueline the Mare and her daughter have some mining operation with dreams of hitting it big. I've tried in the past to get us to work together, but you don't join List unless you have a healthy dollop of obstinacy.
Lots of challenges in independent space.
Really? I had no idea. The spacers have taken out the family's List satellites, so we can't even talk to each other. Isolate and eliminate, a classic tale. You fix the Lopez satellite and I'll open a secure channel and we can sync up and get the lay of the land. And then get all of our satellites operational.
Okay, so we need to repair a satellite. I wonder if we're talking about like a satellite relay, which is on the surface, or are we actually needing to go to orbit for that? Why haven't you fixed it?
I have. Twice. I took out the old pickup. Last time I tried, I barely made it out alive. They're using the damn satellites as bait. My ship just isn't up for facing spacers. But yours, a whole different animal.
I wouldn't really say that our ship is like really good or anything like that. We haven't even, played around with ship customization yet, so, we're still working with basics here. Why do you need these List satellites?
List set us up with some secure communication satellites. Makes it hard for riffraff to pick us up. Well, in theory. The other families won't respond to communications on open channels. I figure if I didn't risk the distress call, we're all dead anyway.
Alright, well, it's time to get to work then.
It might be I'm getting caught up in the moment, but I actually feel optimistic for once. Thanks.
Cool. Alright, so yeah, it's wanting us to go back to the ship, so my guess is that we do need to go back into orbit and try and repair this satellite. I'm just curious to see if there's anything of interest here. There's a cave over that side. There's another unknown location. Why don't we just explore the cave first? and then we'll come back to the ship and we'll go to orbit and fix up the satellite for this Alban guy. I think that's his name. Alkalines.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, alright, there's actually some gas here. I didn't see that. Yeah, okay, now it's a little bit obvious. Alright, I was gonna try and collect on that, but maybe not. So, how would you go about collecting stuff like that if you didn't have the right protections? Ytterbium. Maybe there are spacesuits that are suited for gathering materials in gassy areas. Or alkalines. Got what looks to be plant life, which we can't exactly scan. My God, what was that? I'm not entirely sure what's making all of that noise, guys, and all of the shaking as well. Unless it's under us, like underground or something. What the hell was that? More water. Bit of lead there. Got another 4 types of resources that we can try to find in this area. Tetrafluorides. Okay, all that shaking got me really worried, but I'm not really seeing anything. I don't know how worried I should be now. Okay, well, let's explore this cave, see what we can find. Wow, so it's a crystal cave. More tetrafluorides. More alkalines. Can I actually harvest these ones? Nice. Europium. But the Europium is not on the list of things that we apparently need to scan. Which is a bit of a shame. Ytterbium. A few more of these. I think we've already scanned these ones though. Alright, very good. I think this is probably gonna lead us back outside, I assume. Argon. Okay, not on the list apparently, but we'll take it anyway. And yeah, so far, a lot of these space caves haven't really been anything except for, you know, just a good source of materials. But I'm guessing not all of them are going to be like this, and maybe we might have caves with actual people, or maybe even aliens in them.
Maybe you can get that to point us to the nearest restaurant.
Okay. Do we want to keep going here? Well, I mean, it's tempting to try and find the other two, you know, materials on the list that we need to scan, but I feel like we might take quite a while trying to do that. So, why don't we head back to the ship and let's continue on with this mission and see if we can get that satellite repaired. What is this? More ytterbium. Grab that. And yeah, let's fast travel. There we go. Okay. Oh, alright, so the satellite is already in front of us. I thought we might have to set a course somewhere to find it, but I'm just going to slow down a little bit. Maybe become stationary, and I do want to just chuck a whole bunch of stuff into our cargo hold first, because we did pick up quite a lot there, so let's go in with all of our resources. And I think there wasn't really anything else that we picked up. There's a whole bunch of, you know, outfits that we also picked up previously, which I forgot to put in. So I definitely want to sort of give a lot of these outfits a try, but for now I'll just let them go, just so that we've got a little bit more weight to work with. And yeah, now we should be able to continue here. We already see a few targets surrounding this satellite relay, so let's see if we can take them out. We should actually chuck a few more energy points into our lasers here, because you don't want to try and take these guys out pretty quickly. Level 4 Spacer Scarabs. Okay, hopefully this won't be too difficult.
Oh, this is gonna be good. You ran out of luck.
Okay, shields are still holding up and actually recharging again. That's good. Very nice. I don't think they really stood a chance there. Take all of your stuff. Let's just do the looting first here. satellite can wait. A 0G gimbal, alright. So now we know that those things might be related to ships and ship upgrades or repairs or something like that. Okay, now let's see if we can get to this satellite. I could divert power into engines, actually. Give us a little bit more speed. I just need to be extra careful, just in case we actually run into more of those spaces.
Green light is on, which means communications is up. Sending the data on the other satellites. You do hear me, right? Hello?
Blueberry elephants. Seriously, it's working fine. Had to go through some spaces to fix the satellite.
I figured you might. Not gonna lie, there'll be more of them ahead. It's gonna take some time dealing with someone competent. I don't suppose you want a job working hydroponics. No one ever says yes to that. Once you repair the other satellites, I'll open a channel to the other families.
Definitely don't want to work in hydroponics, thank you very much. Alright, so now we need to try and get to these other satellites to repair as well. I'm not entirely sure about, you know, completely putting power into engines. I do want a little bit more of a balance here. Definitely have some of our weapon systems up, just in case. Now, how do we get to these other satellites? Or do we need to just set a course to the other ones? I think so. Let's maybe go to the Wen satellite first here, and let's set a course. I don't see any enemies in the area, so maybe we can put more power into engines. Whoa, okay. Good thing that we didn't take any damage there. Game's quite forgiving. Let's repair this one.
Excellent. And I'll patch you. Lopez to win? Lopez to win. When? When? This does not sound good. When? Please. We may be the three families now. I hope the other families are okay. And the sooner we make contact with them, the better.
Alright. On to the next satellite then. So, Banda communication satellite. Okay. More spaces. Switch to third person every now and then. Take all of that and now for the satellite. Let's put some more into engines. Try not to crash into it like last time.
Signal. Lopez to Banda? Banda, you there?
You got the satellites back up?
And help. Big help from a friend.
I didn't know you had friends.
I'm turning over a new leaf. In that vein, we have to meet. All the families.
Oh, I bet Jackie's gonna love that.
I haven't exactly talked to her yet.
She hasn't forgiven you, you know. Not sure I have either.
It's ancient history. We all need to get over it. See you soon. All right. Connection closed. Banda's good people. I'm glad he's willing to meet. Time to get to fixing the other satellites.
Okay, so it sounds like there's more to this problem than meets the eye. And this Albin Lopez guy, not entirely sure if he's entirely trustworthy. Alright, so the Lemaire communication satellite, let's make our way there. My bad. Let's do that again. Okay. Coast is clear. I feel like this is a sort of situation where we could be ambushed, though.
Time to die.
Oh, speak of the devil. Ah, yes. Let's chuck power into lasers. There we go. That helps. Not a chance. Alright, let's take all of their stuff. Okay. Now, where is that satellite? There we go.
Another satellite up. And broadcasting. Lopez to Lumiere. Jacqueline, are you there?
Albin? How the hell? I'm almost glad to hear your voice.
Listen, we need to meet. All of us. These spacers have got us on the ropes.
What sort of game are you playing? We're not going to fall for another of your cons.
No game. No ruse. Times have changed. We need to move on or we'll all be the saddest little footnote in history.
We can meet, but it'll be on my ship.
Fine. Banda's already signed on, so meet you at the rendezvous.
What about when?
We can talk about it there.
Fine. Remember, my ship.
And that's the last of them. Stranger, let's meet up on Lumiere's ship. I'll square away payment, but I have a feeling this ain't over and there may be further paying work ahead.
Okay. So, let's take a look at that mission once more. Report back to Albin Lopez on Jacqueline's ship. Okay, so let's set a course and let's go there. Alright, so we've got Banda. That's Lumiere, and I guess this is Albin. Can we hail them?
We were in big trouble before you showed up.
I guess it's not Albin himself. Maybe it's just someone who works for him replying.
I can't believe someone's actually helping us.
You got anything to say? Say it to Jackie.
Okay, well, let's dock then.
Just give the word and we'll get underway.
Figured you'd need someone else to do something useful.
Charming as ever. First things first, I'm pretty sure the spacers got the winds. No contact with them.
All of them? My God.
Shit.
They were good people. And they died. Needlessly. Because we couldn't get our act together.
That's rich coming from you. You've scammed me time and time again, Albin.
The spacers are a threat to us all, Jackie.
And that is the salient point. Mistakes were made, we need to get past that. What I'm proposing is a mutual defense pact, nothing else. Each of us throws in our ships, men, materials, and whatnot, enough to protect all of our asses.
I wouldn't give you one solitary ounce of helium-3 if my life depended on it.
The problem is, it does. I think we all need to cool off. Stranger, a word?
Alright, well, let's have a chat with him.
First things first. You did an honest day's work, you deserve an honest day's pay. Here, with heartfelt compliments. But I expect you know what's coming next. We're not military folk, and I'm not ashamed to say we are out of our depth. I'll pay you more, much more. If you can help kick the spacers out of our system for good, and coordinate our efforts to do so.
You are asking an awful lot. Tell me what you need then.
Right you are. So we're not babes in the woods. Each family has a ship or two and hard men and women that can handle themselves in a firefight. But the root of the problem is, admittedly, a self-inflicted injury. My family was here first, and when Liz sent other families here, perhaps I didn't take to it kindly. Might be I made an odd credit here or there at their expense. Something Lemaire especially has never let me live down. But now we need the Lemaires and the Bandas both, I reckon.
You reckon? Alright. How bad is this self-inflicted injury?
Listen, I'm not proud of what I did. But this was my system first. Then Jackie comes lately arrives, and maybe it rubbed me wrong. But it's ancient history. We gotta evolve or we're just fuel for the spacers.
Sounds like you don't deserve their cooperation. Alright, well, let's hope that I can convince them.
I wouldn't hold my breath with Jackie. But Banda's good folk. Well, hopefully. We need to cooperate now, but also in the future. We need a mutual defense pact. As our new mercenary commander, please talk with Banda and Lemaire. Lemaire, God help us, especially we could use. Her family's got the most ships and crew by far. But if she's a lost cause, Ben and I can muddle through.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to convince these two to work together, or, well, I mean, by these two, I mean, Albin and Jackie, specifically. It doesn't
we band together.
Seem like...
Not only can we deal with the current problem, but future ones as well.
Doesn't seem like there's gonna be an issue with this guy to join. So Chanda Banda. Let's have a chat with Jackie. And I'm thinking, because this is an optional thing, this is probably where our smooth talking is going to come into play.
Just so you know, Albin is a con man and a thief. Associating with the likes of him reflects poorly on your character.
Well, he's played me straight so far. What did Albin do exactly?
When my crew first arrived, Albin was all charm and eager to deal. It seemed like the start of a fruitful relationship. But quickly it became clear that he was grifting us. Machines we bought broke down, shipments he hauled for us went missing, and help he promised never materialized. I swore I'd never work with him again. Oh, he's lucky I'm not a vengeful woman.
Well, you know what? My goal here is to kick the spacers out of the system, period.
Might be I misjudged you. So here's the deal. Odds are good my crew can hold out against the spacers all by ourselves. If we're gonna band together, I have the most to contribute and the most to lose. The smart play for my interests is the Lemaire's hunker down and outlast the storm.
Okay, so... I mean, we've got a few creds. We just made like 2,500, so we could pay her to cooperate. But let's try persuasion here. Whatever you got, the spacers got more. Band together or die alone.
I may not be some sort of military expert, but you can't know that for certain.
Okay, so we've got 3 turns to get to 6 points here. I don't think these are going to be the right option. Let's go with +1 first. A Banda Lopez alliance without you will affect your interests down the line, or down the road.
They're small time, even together.
Okay. We have a much better chance of killing the spacers together.
And my family has a much better chance of dying on your fool's errand.
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be the adventure of a lifetime? Join us? I don't know what drives her, so I'm not entirely sure about these responses, but we haven't been doing very well at all. You know joining the Defense Pact is the right thing to do.
Do I? It's not that simple. Maybe you're on the level, maybe you're not. But I know for damn certain Albin's crooked. Sorry.
Damn it. Okay, well, that failed miserably. Alright, well, let's hope that Chanda actually joins, because we do need at least one more ally.
Hello, stranger. Your work in getting the satellites up? You've done us a good turn. I know it was paying work, but a lot of mercs wouldn't even take a list contract. You here to talk about the defense pack?
Why'd they turn down a list contract?
List is long on ideals, but short on credits and, well, sense. Don't get me wrong, they've got the best of intentions, but intentions alone aren't enough.
No, we want to organize a bake sale. Albin was hoping you'd join the defense pact.
I figured he might. I mean, I agree that right now coming together makes sense, but going forward, it's hard to imagine Jackie and Albin working together for the long haul without one winding up with a knife in the back.
Any advice on getting this to work?
If you can get those stubborn mules to work together, really together, they might be able to see the sense of this defense pact going forward.
Okay. I'm sure they can learn to cooperate.
If you say so. Well, the bandits will join the defense pact. We got one ship operational, another we can patch up. It's not much, but you'll have us when you need us.
Okay, well, we've got one ally, but unfortunately Jackie has decided that she's just going to hunker down and try and weather the storm, apparently. So, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to go well for us. Let's have another chat with Albin.
We need to stand together. It's as simple as that. So is the defense pact in business? Come on, don't keep me in suspense.
I hit a brick wall with Jackie. Chanda's on board.
I can't say I'm surprised. Well, two families will have to do. So, the sensors have picked up two contact groups. Undoubtedly our spacer friends. We don't have many ships, but we can send them with you. Or hold them in reserves, your call.
Any details on the contacts?
Expect more than you encountered at the satellites. How much more? Hard to say at this distance.
Right. Okay, so this is going to be, I guess, another space fight. But whether or not we can actually hold our own against a lot more of them is questionable. Maybe we'll need their help. So, yes, we could use your help. Send the ships that you can.
You got it. I'll send a long word. After you deal with the spacers, meet back on my farm. I've got an idea how to find where the spacers are based.
Okay, so we need to get rid of them from orbit first, I'm guessing, and then we'll actually need to land on his farm to sort of maybe do a ground assault on one of their bases. Something along those lines. Let's just take a look here. Ah, okay, so the spacer ships are actually orbiting Maheo 4. Interesting. Right, well, I reckon that's something that we're going to get into in the next episode, guys. It has been roughly about an hour, so I think this is a good place for a bit of a break. Hope you guys enjoyed things so far. As usual, leave a like, or a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.